Lesson 48, Line Plots and Stem and Leaf Plots. Example 1. Use the line plot to organize the math exam scores. Step 1. Find the least and greatest values in the data set and then draw a number line that includes these values. So looking at the table, we see the smallest value is 50 and the greatest value is 100. So we're going to make a number line that starts at 50, and I would suggest go by fives till it gets to 100. Step 2. Place an X above the number on the number line that corresponds to each student's test score from the table. So again, your number line should have started at 50, went by fives, and ended at 100. There are 16 test scores, so we should have 16 X's on our table. For each X should represent a test score. When you are done, it should look like this. But we have to double check to make sure that we got all of them. So there should be 16 X's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have 16 X's, which represent the 16 test scores. And this is how you make a line plot. A stem and leaf plot uses the digits of each number in the data set to group the individual numbers. Each leaf on the plot represents the right-hand digit in a data value, and each stem represents the left-hand digits. The key shows the values of the data on the plot. So in this case, the stems are the 2 and the 3, and the leaves are the 4, 7, and 9, and the 0 and the 6. If you use the key 2 line 7 means 27, then the numbers in this stem and leaf plot represent 24, 27, 29, 30, and 36. Example 2. The data shows the number of years coached by the top 15 coaches in the all-time NFL coaching victories. Make a stem and leaf plot of the data, then find the number of coaches who coached fewer than 25 years. Step 1. Order the data from the least to the greatest. Since the data values range from 12 to 40, use tens digits for the stems and 1 digits for the leaves. Step 2, list the stems from least to greatest on the plot. So we should have the stems of 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remember that the stems digits represent the tens digits of the numbers. Step 3. List the leaves for each stem from the least to the greatest. Remember that the leaves represent the ones digit. So the smallest number is 12, so 1, 2, 15, so we're going to put a 5, 15, we're going to put a 5, 17, we're going to put a 7, 17, we're going to put another 7, and 18, we're going to put an 8. So again, all those went under the stem of 1. So those represented 12, 15, 15, 17, 17, and 18. Remember, if it's repeated more than once, you have to put another leaf down. '20, we put a 2 and a 0. 21, we put the 1. 22, we put a 2. 23, we put a 3. And our last one is 29. So again, they represent 20, 21, 22, 23, 23, 29. Again, there's two 23s, that's why we have two 3s. Now for the 30s, we have 33 and 33. So 33, 33, we have two 33s, and our last number, of course, is 40. So 4 and 0. So that's how you create a stem and leaf plot. Remember, the stems represent the tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, and the leaves represent the ones digits. So now we're going to add a key and a title. 2/1 means 21, and then our title is the number of years coached. And then we're going to answer our question, and the answer is 11 coached fewer than 25 years. So how do we know that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 of the numbers are less than 25. So 11 coaches coached fewer than 25 years. Practice 1. The list shows the number of times each soccer player can bounce the ball on their knee. How many soccer players can bounce the ball more than 36 times? Remember, step 1 is to order the data from least to greatest. We know it ranges from 23 to 68. Use the tens digits for the stem, and the 1 digit for the leaves. Step 2, list the stem from the least to the greatest on the plot. You should have the numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Remember, the stems are the tens and the leaves are the ones. Step 3, list the leaves for each stem from least to greatest. And then step 4, add a key and a title. And remember to answer your question, how many soccer players can bounce the ball more than 36 times? Practice 2. The data shows the ages of some hospital nurses. Make a line plot of the data. What age occurs most often?